Hi. Welcome back to Life Jewels with HP the Life Coach, aka me, Emmanuel Vega, the Life Coach. And we're here to talk about how to awaken, reset, and transform our mindset, habits, and life for more positive idea results. Today we're going to talk about how to communicate so that people want to support you and how to avoid being manipulated. What do I mean by that? Well, this is psychology, right? You want people to do something for you? Do I got stuff in my beard? Nope, I'm good. All right, cool. So, you want someone to do something for you. Well, you have to know how the mind works and how people behave in social settings in order for them to do it. It's a little bit of psychology, sociology, and communication. Things that I loved when I went to college. Now, with this being said, there is a right way to use this information and there's a wrong way to use this information. You can either make sure that you lead people correctly as a business leader, as a friend, as a team leader, as a person in a relationship, as a whatever the case may be, in whatever leader form that you have, right? Or to manipulate others. Now, I'm not teaching you this information to go and do this. I'm only bringing awareness to this because I know that I've taught people things in the past, psychologically, sociologically, and communication-wise. And I've said, hey, if you do this, this person will do that. And they didn't believe me, so they tested it out. And they said, oh, shit, you were right, bro. I'm like, I know. And so they started using it in a malicious manner. I did not appreciate that. So please, this information is not for you to go use and harm against other people or to hurt other people or to do wrong by others. It's to help you, one, lead people correctly, and two, not let yourself be manipulated. Okay? Thank you. Whew. All right. I know that's a lot for you. Maybe I may be looking like I'm doing a lot right now, but it's because I genuinely care about doing good by others. I genuinely care about the hearts of others. I genuinely care about the spirits of others and the mindset of others. I want them to be doing right by others at all times. I can't control what you do with the information I give you, but I can give it to you in a way that's going to be cohesive, coherent enough for you to understand that this is used in this regard, and don't allow yourself to get used in that regard. So let's go into it. First things first, how you make people feel is everything. It's the only thing that matters, right? When it comes to communication, how do you make someone feel is every single thing that matters. If you make someone feel bad, chances are they're not going to want to do something for you. You make someone feel good, chances are they might want to do something for you. Doesn't mean they're going to. They might want to, though. They'd be more inclined. So, first things first, make them feel good. Make them feel good about what? Themselves. Make them feel good about what? You. Make them feel good about what? The favor. You're an amazing person. I love how talented you are in this area. I'm not that good at it, and I really need a lot of help. And I believe and trust you enough to help me. Can you help me, please? Someone hears that and they actually care about you and you care about them, they're going to help you, naturally. Now, I'm not saying use those words exactly, verbatim, but you can if you want to. What I am saying is, from your core, speak authentically from your heart. And the people that are meant to be around you supporting you will be around you supporting you. You have to be mindful of people in this world, though. There's givers, receivers, and takers, reciprocators, and takers. I learned this online from watching a video. Givers will constantly give and never, ever, ever worry about taking or receiving. They'll keep pouring until they have nothing left to give and keep giving. Reciprocators will give and take. If they realize they don't have to give and they're okay with taking, they'll do that. So you have to be mindful. And takers don't care how much you give, they'll keep on taking until they run you dry. And they'll go to the next person and keep taking from them. And then the next person and keep taking from them. I learned that the hard way. So, givers need to be with other givers. They're going to pour into them, right? They're going to pour into them like a bottle of water or a cup of water, and it's going to be like a plant. They're going to help each other grow. Reciprocators, they're going to realize they're good for each other because if you don't do enough for me, I'll stop doing for you. And I stop doing for you, you'll stop doing for me. They'll keep doing for each other because they'll know if I stop, they'll stop. And then takers, they probably band up with other takers to go take from the givers and the receivers and reciprocators because they can't take from each other. They can, but then they just keep taking and they'll have nothing. So I'm saying this all to say because you have to be discerning of who's in your life and why they're in your life. Are they a giver, a reciprocator, or a taker? And when you're asking for favors from people, be mindful of the people who are reciprocators and takers. They're like, oh, yeah, I'll do that for you. No problem. Yeah. What am I going to get out of it? Huh? What's in it for me? Right? And you have to be mindful of that type of energy that's in your circle. Versus the givers, right? Let me explain. I know a giver. His name is Skip to Dip. SKIP, number 2, DIP. Skip to Dip. Phenomenal. Let me explain why he's a giver. I worked on a mindset course for 2.5 years. And I put it together for 2.5 years. I was studying this for a long time. And when I finally finished putting it together, I said, yo, I need your help. I need a studio where I can record this at, so I can have nice, crisp audio. I don't want it to be like my YouTube videos where I'm the one editing it, because I don't do such a great job as someone else who's skilled in this arena. And I said, I want this to be nice so that people who are receiving this can have something that actually worth of value. So go to hvthelifecoach.com and go sign up for free and enjoy this free mindset course. It's not going to be up there forever, but it is there for right now. hvthelifecoach.com. HV, Emmanuel Vega, thelifecoach.com. And go follow my boy Skip the Dip, because he's amazing. Without him, I wouldn't have been able to get this done. I told him, I said, hey, bro, I want to record this. He said, no problem. Brought me to his studio, allowed me to record for 4 hours. He sat there with me and just listened the whole time. When I finished, he edited it. They made the audio nice and crisp, and then he sent it to me. Here's what happened. I said, hey, bro, how much do I owe you? I said, what do you mean? He said, you're good. I said, no, like, this is 4 hours of your time, your energy, your resources, everything in here. He said, bro, I see what you're doing. I see why you're doing it. I see who you're doing it for. Trust me, you're good. Just do me a favor. I said, what's your favor? He goes, make sure you pass this, what I just did for you, on to the next person. He's a giver. He's not out here trying to take from me or reciprocate from me. He wants to make sure I keep giving to the next person. And I appreciated that so much. And the only reason why he was able to do that is because I communicated to him in a way that he wanted to support me. Not because I wanted to take from him, but because I wanted to give to others. He also wanted to give to others. So we gave together. Pause. We gave together for these other people, right? Because we want to make sure that they have something that we didn't have at the time that we needed it. And we know how it felt to not have those things when we needed them. So now we're at a position in life where we can realize, hey, this person they need this. And they may not be able to get this any other way. So let's give it to them. And so I appreciate him. I really do. Skip the Dip on all social media platforms. All right. I'm going to tag his stuff down below too. The reason I'm saying this is because when you do for others more than you do for yourself, people will naturally want to support you. They'll see that there's a greater cause. 2, when you do for yourself and you're doing it in a manner that's genuinely for yourself to uplift you, people that care about you will support you. Why? Because they know you're genuine from your heart. It's not a facade. It's not fake. It's not fraudulent. It's real, genuine behavior. It's real, genuine emotions. It's a real, genuine thought that's expressed. It's real, genuine spirit that's being communicated, that's being shared. And so when you have people in your corner, you have to be mindful that they're not always going to be there for you, right? They're not always going to be in your corner for you. Sometimes they're going to be there. Sometimes they won't be there. Sometimes they'll be here for this. Sometimes they won't be here for that. That's okay. Appreciate them when they're there and understand when they're not. Don't get mad. Don't get frustrated. Last but not least, I'm going back to how people feel. I didn't make Skip feel bad about anything. And when we first connected, it was at a studio way back at Everett that my boy put me onto, my brother. You can check him out too. He's an amazing singer, vibrant, but not vibrant with an A, vibrant with an E. It's an acronym for Very Intelligent Brother Regulating Every Nasty Track. Vibrant. Okay. Check him out too. I'll tag him down below too. He connected me to this studio that connected me to all these artists. And I just gave away free photos, free this, free that. And whatever I could do to be there as a person to support, I gave out knowledge, I gave out information, gave out my genuine kindness. And they did the same for me. They poured into me. They gave me gems. They gave me knowledge. They gave me information. They allowed my friend at the time to come record and do a song real quick. And I was like, yo, this is awesome, right? When you give out of the kindness of your heart without expecting to receive, people will naturally give to you too. Naturally, without expecting to receive too. Now, again, not everyone's a giver. Not everyone's a reciprocator. Not everyone's a taker. So you have to be mindful of who's in your circle and why they're there. How you make people feel is important. So now let's talk about how to not get manipulated. How to avoid being manipulated. Some people will know how to make you feel good and know if I give them just an inch, a little inch, I'm going to take a mile. And I'm going to tell you a story from a movie I seen when I was a kid with my foster mom. I don't remember the name of the movie, but I remember the scene vividly. A man went into jail cell, and on his pillow was a little candy bar called Mr. Good Bar. Excuse me. There was two bunks, right? The top bunk and the bottom bunk. The guy was at the top bunk. He was just laying across the thing, staring down like, how you doing? And the guy was like, what's up? He's like, yo, that's for you, man. So the guy went over to his bed and he bent over, paused, to go pick up the candy bar. As soon as he did that, the guy who was on the top bunk jumped down, came behind him and tried to grab him and straddle him. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, straddle him. They try to ride him. Against his will, they fought. The guy beat him up. The one that just came in, he beat him up. Get your hands off me. Don't you ever try that shit again. And then he threw the candy bar at him. I'm laughing at this because a lot of people will do this to you. They'll give you something, a little something, that they think, ooh, he won't see this coming. Ooh, I'm gonna get away with this. I'm gonna give him just enough to feel good. And as soon as he's comfortable, as soon as he's relaxed, I'm gonna take full advantage of him. Right? Be mindful of people like that. Some people will give you things just to take from you. And not just to take a little bit, to take everything from you. To take all that you are. And you don't want that. So you have to be discerning. Why are people giving to you? And now it's a little bit traumatic to think like that, right? It's a little bit of a trauma response to think that way. You don't want to immediately think, oh, someone's out here to get me. Someone's out here to do this to me. But because the world that we live in is the way it is, and we have to keep our minds and our eyes open and our hearts open too. Yes, our hearts are open at all times, but our minds have to be discerning so that our hearts don't get hurt. So some people will give just to take everything. Be mindful. Be around givers, people that pour into you, people you pour into. And constantly give to yourself first and foremost. Give to yourself first and foremost, all right? I'm going to go back to how you make people feel. You're going to feel good when you give to yourself. My ex-girlfriend's father told me, he said, hey, when you get paid, pay yourself first. Now, I know some of y'all are Christian and y'all want to tithe first. Get it. The next person you should pay then after you tithe is yourself. Pay yourself. When you pay yourself 10% of what you've made or whatever you've earned, you're going to feel good and you're going to be able to accumulate something that's going to build in the future towards an investment or a savings for whatever it is you need in your future. Now, I'm saying this because it's not just financially. When you wake up in the morning, give to yourself. Give to yourself spiritually, emotionally, mentally, physically, so that you feel good for the day. You feel prepared for the day. You feel optimized for the day. When you go to sleep at night, give yourself the proper rest and necessary to wake up the next morning refreshed and alert. When you eat food, give yourself the proper nutrients so that you can feel good, right? It's all about giving, right? Now, hold on. It's all about giving. How you give to yourself will determine how you give to others. When you talk about communicating so people want to support you, people will never support you until you support yourself. People will never do more for you than you do for yourself. People will never have a strong relationship with you until you have a strong relationship with yourself. Everything revolves around your relationship with you. If you aren't doing for you what you need to do for you, others won't do for you either. But if they see that you're doing what you can, everything you possibly can for yourself, and you say, hey man, I just need some help, and they genuinely see that you're coming from a good place, and you're genuinely coming from a good place with good intentions, and they're a good-hearted person, they'll help you if they can. For real. But it starts with what? You. You being good to you, you making yourself feel good, you moving for yourself, no one joins your movement until it's moving. So get it moving. No one supports you until you're supporting yourself. So start supporting yourself. No one supports you until they've seen that you've invested enough time into them as well. And you will never invest enough time into them until you've invested enough time into yourself. You can only have a relationship as strong as the one you have with yourself. So if your relationship with yourself isn't strong, your relationship with them is not going to be strong either. If your relationship with yourself isn't deep, it won't be deep with them either. How can you sit down with someone else and ask them 1,000 questions about themselves and get to listen to them for an hour to 2 hours to the point where they go, wait a minute, I've been talking about myself this whole time. Let me ask you about you. If you don't give yourself that time and attention yourself either, you can't. You have to build a relationship with yourself, support yourself, build yourself up. Don't lie to yourself so you don't manipulate yourself into doing things you don't want to do or be what you don't want to be. Watch yourself. Pour into yourself. Give to yourself. And then genuinely, from your core of now being who you are for yourself, then give to others. And watch how they pour into you as well. Again, keep your eyes open. There's people out there that want to take from you, and they will take everything. Don't let them do it. Peace, love. I love y'all. Stay blessed, stay beautiful, stay strong, stay sexy, stay everything you want to be. All right? As always, I'm H for the Life Coach, and this is the jewels for today.